Today I'm going to show you how to make a whey protein shake with water, by using water. Some people make protein shakes using other things such as milk or juice or, wait, did I say juice? I'm sure there's somebody who uses juice to make the protein. I don't recommend that because that would kind of taste awful, in my opinion. So I have water right here, and then I have protein. And the protein that I'm using is Isopure protein powder, zero carb protein. It's from 100% whey protein isolate. This is what I'm going to be using. And I'm going to show you two different ways. I'm going to show you how to make it using a glass, as well as I'm going to show you how to make it using a shaker bottle. And the shaker bottle that I have is called blender bottle. Right here you see blender bottle. And with a blender bottle, it has this spring-like ball in here, and this spring-like ball assists with mixing the protein powder with water. If you don't have this in here, it makes the mixing action really complicated. And you'll see the difference when I try to mix the protein powder inside of the glass without using this ball or a shaker bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you with the glass. So I'm going to go ahead and pour water in both of these. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and pour water in both of these. Actually, I'm going to get another glass to show you two different ways of making it with the protein. Now, some people may ask, do I add the water first or do I add the protein first? Well, I'm going to show you. Now, with the blender bottle or the shaker bottle, it really doesn't matter too much. However, you might get some clumpiness in if you add the protein powder first. But that usually goes away with a little bit more shaking. So I'm going to take my scoop of protein. I'm going to have a scoop of protein right here. And I'm going to add it to the cup right here. And I'm going to add a scoop of protein to the shaker bottle. And you see the spring is not in there. Actually, I'm going to wait before I add the scoop to the shaker bottle. I'm going to go ahead and add water. So I'm going to add water to this one first. And it's going to require me to mix it. But you can see right here, the protein powder is sitting on the top. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour. Hold on, why did I do that first? I'm going to put the scoop in this first. Did I do that right? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to pour the water in first. Then I'm going to put the scoop on top. And it's floating right there. And on this one, I'm going to pour the water inside. Roughly about the same amount. And then I'm going to put a scoop of protein into this one. Put the scoop of protein in that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this on top. And see it sinks down in there. Then I'm going to close the top. It's important that you close the top so it's secure. And then twist it on and making sure that this is secure. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the water to the side. And then I'm going to mix both of these. So this is the one where I put the protein powder in first and then add water. And I'm going to mix this. I'm going to stir it a little bit. And right away, some of it starts to dissolve. But as you can see, there's clumps in there. All right, and I'm going to take the other one right here. I'm going to mix this a little bit. And you can see this one right here where I put the protein in last, it has a lot of clumps in it too. But it seems to have less clumps than the one where I put the protein in first. You see that? So when you're mixing it with a glass, it's important to put the water in first because you have less clumps in here. There's still some clumps in there. Let me get in closer so you can see that. There's less clumps in here, but there's definitely clumps in there. And what I've noticed with these, if I mix it in and let it sit for a few minutes, it'll give time for the protein powder to absorb the water, resulting in less clumps. So I'm going to stir this one more time, and then I'll get to the shaker bottle. So now I'm going to get to the shaker bottle. And with this, you just take it and shake it like that. And the ball inside allows for it to mix better. Hold on one second. I'm going to grab another glass. And I'm going to set this glass down here. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to pop this open completely. You can see that it's a little foamy at the top, but the foam will subside momentarily. But I'm going to pour this inside of the glass right here so you can see exactly how smooth it is. Look at that. So that's smooth. And look inside of this. There's no clumps because of the shaker ball inside of that help mix the protein powder and the water efficiently so you don't get clumps. So we're going to look at the actual glasses. So it's been a few minutes. Let's see right here. We're added the water first. Stir that a little bit. More of the protein powder has actually dissolved. There's still clumps here and there, but more of the protein powder has actually dissolved. The one where I put the protein powder in first, the clumps are relatively large and can practically be set a little bit more to get rid of those clumps. And then the one from the shaker bottle, you can see that the one with the shaker bottle there's no clumps. There's a little bit of foam, but it's not too thick. And like I said, it is subsiding. So there's not a lot of clumps, no clumps whatsoever in here. It's just a smooth texture. So looking at this, when making protein powder shake with using water, it'd be a good idea to get something like the blender bottle shaker with a blender ball inside of it to assist with the mixing of the protein. Now what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to take this right here and I'm going to pour this, the one with the most clumps, into the shaker bottle so you can see what it does. So there's clumps in here that I could not get rid of by using a spoon. All right. Could not get rid of. So I got all the clumps and I put it inside of the shaker bottle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap that, close this just like that. And then I'm going to shake it just like I did the other one. All right, so I shook it. And now I'm going to pour it back into this glass right here. And the clumps are gone. And it's a smooth texture now. So no more clumps. Look at that. So no more clumps. Smooth texture, foamy at the top like this one originally was. but the foam is subsiding and looks really good right here. So I'm going to do this one over here next. So I have this one, which I'm going to open this up. And I'm going to pour the one where I had the water in first, and then I added the protein to the shaker bottle. So I have it in there. Get rid of the clumps that are inside of the glass. Mix it together like that. I'm going to do the same process that I did. Close it. Make sure it's secure. And then shake it. And now I'm going to take it and pour it inside of the glass like that. Now I'll have smooth, clump-free, mixed whey protein powder. Just waiting for this to settle, and it'll be all good to go. So that is how you mix protein, whey protein. That is how you mix whey protein with water to make a shake. Okay. I hope this video was helpful and you can find which way works best for you. But I highly recommend getting something like a blender bottle right here, a blender bottle, to actually help you out.